Have you ever walked out of a conversation feeling wrong? Like somehow, without being able to explain why, you started doubting something you were absolutely certain about just minutes before? Or maybe you confronted someone calmly, reasonably, and somehow ended up being the one apologizing. If that's ever happened to you, you're not crazy and you're not weak. You were being manipulated in ways so subtle, most people never even notice them. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how that works. We're going to break down the 8 most common psychological tactics manipulators use to make you question your own reality, and more importantly, what you can do the second you recognize one. Stay with me until the end, because the last technique is the one most people have never heard of, and it might be the most dangerous of all. Here's the thing about manipulation. It rarely looks like what you see in movies. It's not dramatic. It's quieter than that. It's a sigh, a pause, a raised eyebrow. It's someone gently rewriting a story. And here's what makes it so effective. It works best on people who are empathetic, people who actually care about being wrong. The people most likely to be manipulated are often the most emotionally intelligent ones, because their greatest strength becomes a target. We're going to walk through 8 specific tactics today. Let's start with the one that's been talked about the most, but is still widely misunderstood. Gaslighting. Everyone's heard the word, but most people still don't fully recognize it when it's happening to them. It's slow, one small moment at a time. You remember something clearly, and they tell you it never happened. You try to explain how something made you feel, and they say you're being too sensitive to make you question what's real. And over time, you start trusting their version of events more than your own memory. That's what makes it so insidious. Gaslighting follows the same quiet pattern: confusion, then doubt, then silence. If they can make you doubt reality, they can control you. So what do? You get clear. You start writing things down, dates, quotes, what was said and when. The moment you stop explaining yourself to someone who is pretending not to understand, that's the moment you take your power back. Okay, this next one is sneaky because it doesn't feel bad. In fact, at first, it feels incredible. Love bombing starts with intensity, not affection. Constant texting, late night calls, huge compliments out of nowhere. Talking about forever on the second date. It moves so fast you barely have time to breathe, and in the moment, it's hard to see anything wrong. But here's the thing, love bombing isn't about you. It's about creating a feeling, a dependency. Once you're hooked, they change. They pull back, they go cold, and suddenly, you're the one wondering what you did wrong. That was the bait. This is the trap. Real connection doesn't need to rush. It takes time, space, and honesty. It grows quietly. You don't owe anyone an encore. Guilt tripping is one of the sneakiest ones because it doesn't look like manipulation at all. It's not yelling. It's not demanding. It's a sigh, a pause, a quiet little, well, after everything I've done for you. Suddenly you feel like you failed in some invisible way. Guilt tripping turns care into debt, and the manipulator knows exactly how much you hate disappointing someone you love. The antidote? Ask yourself, did I actually do something wrong? You're allowed to hold your boundary, even if someone is punishing you for it. All right, we're halfway through. Triangulation is what happens when someone pulls a third person into a conflict instead of talking to you. You've heard it. Well, Sarah agrees with me. Or everyone thinks you're overreacting. That's not communication, that's strategy. The goal is to make you feel outnumbered, like you're suddenly up against a whole invisible team. Your voice starts to feel smaller. How do you handle it? You pull the triangle apart. Say it simply: if you have a problem with me, talk to me, not about me. Now this one will rearrange how you see conversations forever. DARVO stands for deny, attack, reverse victim and offender. Step 1, deny. That never happened. Step 2, attack. It's about your tone. Step 3, reverse. Now they're the victim. DARVO works because it causes confusion. Suddenly you're no longer talking about what happened. You're defending how you talked about it. It fails the moment you stay clear. Return to your point. Say, I'm open to talking, but not if the original issue keeps getting buried. Silence can be peaceful, but the silent treatment, that's something completely different. It's not a pause, it's a punishment. It's when someone uses absence to control you. They don't explain, they just go cold and unreachable, and they stay that way until you give in. You tiptoe, not because it's your fault, but because the quiet is suffocating. That silence becomes a tool of control. The response: stop chasing the noise. Say, I'm open to talking, but I won't be punished with silence. Communication is a two-way street. Breadcrumbing is when someone gives you just enough to keep you hooked, but never enough to move forward. It's emotional clickbait. A hey text every few days, a random compliment right when you'd almost let go, just enough to remind you they exist, vague, later, just out of reach. The impact is the same. You're left in limbo while they hold all the power. Consistency speaks louder than charm. You deserve more than crumbs. And the moment you stop chasing the trail is the moment you take your energy back. Okay, I promised you the one most people have never heard of. This is it, the White Knight. On the surface, this person looks like a hero. They show up with answers, with concern, with solutions. But here's what you don't see. The White Knight doesn't just help with problems, they create the problems themselves, just so they can be the one to fix them. They build the fire, then they show up with the hose, because being the savior gives them power. If you didn't need saving, they wouldn't have a role. The support comes with strings. It's about you staying just broken enough to keep them relevant. Real support helps you rise. Take the help if it's genuine, but never give up your power. You don't need to be rescued. You just need room to stand on your own. Remember, that quality in you, empathy, self-awareness, is not a weakness. It is a strength. Don't let them use it against you. Knowing these tactics makes you clear, and clarity is the one thing a manipulator cannot work around. You've named the invisible. And here's the thing about patterns. Once you see them, you can't unsee them. The confusion you feel, that's not a flaw, that's a sign. If this video opened your eyes, hit that like button. It helps this reach more people who need it, and subscribe for more awareness. Next time we're going deeper into rebuilding trust. I'll see you there.